यानी कि आप हैं क्या
Hey
चाहिए?
guys, welcome back to Career Counseling. This is Salil, your host. We have been hosting a series of conversations with people who undertook unconventional careers, and this is an attempt to demystify them. We have spoken about a lot of careers already, and I'm just about to be adding your very next guest. Going to be talking about her environmentalist career. I have known her since she was in school, since we were in school, and she's doing some pretty amazing work. I will allow her to introduce it to you yourself.
How are you?
I am good. Tamanna, as I told you before, this is going to be an attempt to make people look into what it is you do, what are the challenges you face, how you got there, blah, blah, blah. So I'll start by asking a few questions and we'll
Sure.
let that conversation derail and go wherever it goes as and when you want to share anything. My attempt is going to
Awesome.
be to never to interrupt you, but now and then to maybe ask a question or two.
But
So
you should
first of all,
interrupt.
oh, okay, I should.
Yeah.
Good heads
Because
up.
I go on and on sometimes.
Okay, all right. I'll keep that in mind. So the first thing that I want to ask is, and this is how we started off, is we let the person, the interviewee, explain to the audience what it is they do and what are the different kind of projects that you are involved in currently.
Okay. So I run a company, a private environmental consultancy, a sustainability consultancy, and a waste management service called Earthlink First. And being a private company was a bit of a surprise for everybody because when they think environment, they think non-profits and on those lines. But started the private company simply because I wanted to make or try to do an experiment where um, usually what happens is when somebody wants to do an environmental project, they do it through their CSR, right? Their corporate social responsibility, and they get NGOs on board. And CSR is like a small amount of their massive operations. So the reason I started a private company was to get into their operations, the main operations budgets, and kind of get them to start doing sustainable consultancy and waste management projects in their day-to-day functions. So that's how I started the company. Yeah.
Okay. And how long? Okay, so before we go there, let's start at the very beginning. Like in
Yeah.
school, all of us have different ideas of what we want to be when we grow up, and most of us end up doing different things. So, what did you want to be? What are the different phases you had about what you wanted to do? And also, when did you realize that you want to be like a waste warrior and you want to work in this field?
So I think for the longest time I wanted to be a journalist. And I don't know if you know this or not, but you were one of the reasons who got me interested into like public speaking, like doing research and speaking about it. Because I remember when we were in class 8th together in Bikaner, you
Yeah.
and our other friend Niharika would go for these debate competitions, and at that point, I wasn't doing any public speaking. So I think seeing you guys and Rita ma'am, of course, it was such a revelation for me to, oh, I can speak, I can, question, and I can do all of that. And eventually, did end up doing journalism from Delhi University. I did finish my degree though.
Okay.
And yeah, but I think through I think that it was the third year when I kind of realized that I don't think I'm going to be doing journalism because at that point I'd already done about 6 internships within 2.5 years of college. And I was spending more time in newspaper offices and these news agencies rather than college because I wanted to get a taste of it. And I think it's at this point there was the sixth semester, and a professor of mine, Professor Abhay Chawla, he just randomly asked me one day, just go to the Yamuna and do a story on that. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll go. And I went to the Yamuna and I realized, oh, what the hell is going on? Because the river was so dirty. It was mind blowing. The whole fact around it was my introduction towards environment and the crisis that we are right now in. And so I started doing my research and I started, I finished college. I went and started working with nonprofits that were working on, waste management and climate change. Eventually, that became sort of the track of my career. I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So I don't really have a degree in environment at all. And till date, I don't even want to take a degree because I have done so much of informal learning on my own, sitting
Of
there
course.
reading the same books that, environmentalists from who've done these degrees have done. So the knowledge base, I wouldn't say it's the same. I mean, somebody who studies this for 2 years, 3 years, does a PhD has like a specific level of information that they have. But the good thing was that I was practicing it, learning it, and also kind of understanding the connections between social issues, economic issues, and environment. So that kind of gave me like this perspective and drove me towards this. And I eventually started working as a project manager with an with a waste management company. And rest is kind of history. That was the base. Yeah.
Sure, sure. So it took you a little while of working in the field and understanding how things work before you decide to plunge in head on and figured out what your model would be and how you could establish yourself in that market.
Yeah.
Part
Yeah.
of your last answer actually leads me to the next question, which is you said, I don't have a degree in the environment per se, but for people who are looking to get one, where do they exist? Do they exist? And getting them, what is the use of that?
Uh, I mean, see, I think आपको इंटरेस्ट है तो कर लो आप डिग्री क्योंकि you
Hmm.
will end up spending time studying the subject that you want to.
Sure.
And there are several degrees now, like, there are universities specifically for environmental studies. Um, I do remember, however, a case where I was a project manager and I had two other project managers with me. I was from a environment degree background, and they both were. And they had so much information. They had like a ton of information around the specifics, the science, the tech. But when it came to implementation, they did not have basics like a green and a blue bin. Displacement of it, behavior. How do people behave? Why are they not following it? Things like that. So I'm sure degrees are doing really well, but if people who are studying, they also start working with nonprofits, with companies side by side, do part-time jobs with them. I think they would be flourishing much more than somebody who's just done a degree.
Okay. And looking at people around you, your own peers in the field, do you see a mix of people who have studied and come from a formal degree and people who just jumped into it without worrying about that? Or is the
Uh,
ratio more towards one side?
so I have seen two kinds, one with degree and
Okay.
one without. With the degree, I told you, the problems that they face are practical problems that they haven't foreseen or they haven't practiced. The people who don't come from the background, for example, waste management, it's less to do with the qualification that you have, more to do with how much investment can you bring in. So a lot of people in finance get into waste management. So they know how to raise funds. An example would be this one company, I won't name the company, but it was started, they got like a 2 crore funding for
Okay.
starting, yeah, for the waste management company. And within a year, they went bankrupt because they spent most of the money on PR. Like they had massive billboards and
Hmm.
everywhere in Delhi. And within a year, I think not even, yeah, it was 2 years that they fell flat and they had to close the company. So I feel like when people come from non-environment backgrounds who have not really taken the time to reflect on it, study it, they look at it as a startup. This whole startup industry is very fast and furious. They don't chill. They don't relax. They don't understand that ये एक लंबी लड़ाई है. ये एक दिन में नहीं solve होती. You have to go step by step. So these are the two things, but I think there are several people who have also figured out, who come from non-environment backgrounds, and they're slowly trying to figure out because they're passionate about it. Yeah.
Cool. So, since this is something that I also have been through, there's a great importance in managing money, even though as individuals we may not be great at it with our own money. But when it comes to, oh, you relate to that, right? Me too. But
I
when
have
it
no
comes to
money.
the money that's flowing into your company or organization, how to manage that, and if there's any lessons you've learned along the way, like
Um,
including from other people, like you mentioned. Yeah.
so yeah, so like I mentioned the one kind which is startup industry, they get investment in, and they have to figure out how to kind of go with it, and then they have to give their returns. But I chose to go without investment. So my company has been running for the last 3 years, and it's bootstrapped. We started with like 30,000 rupees as my savings, and we did our first project. We thought like one project at a time, it's like an experiment. You do it once, if you get a margin, you go forward towards the other project.
What was
I
the
think
first
I
project? Just for
first project
nostalgia's
was,
sake.
it took me 6 months to find. So I was looking for, my target audience was bulk generators of waste, which are temporary in nature. So events, for example, marathons, music festivals, they create the whole scenario for like a month or two. They work hard, they use resources, but within a day or two, it's done, and then there's
Hmm.
massive amount of garbage that's there. So initially I was very hopeful that I'll go and I will plan it out with them, I will tell them what to do, but obviously who wants to listen to a newbie, right? Like, who are you? Let us
Hmm.
do it our way. And obviously I also did not have the experience, so I went backtracked and I realized that सबको चाहिए एक ही चीज का solution कि हमारा कचरा उठा के लेके जाओ. So 6 महीने लगे एक client मिला मुझे. Because the client was facing a problem because they were taking up land from a private, owner, a massive land
Okay.
to conduct their event, and the owner of the land said, you need to manage the waste. So
Hmm.
this person knew me and they got in touch, and I said, fine, I will, this is the project budget. Within that, we will segregate. We will
Hmm.
ensure that it goes for recycling, composting, and everything within all of that. So
Hmm.
they're like, yeah, fine, sure, you do whatever you want, you know, figure it out.
Hmm.
So that was the first project. It was Devil's Circuit. Noida में हुआ था ये,
अच्छा.
2010-17 starting.
Hmm.
So, and that project kind of turned into we were partners till like this year.
Okay.
The Noida edition couldn't happen because of COVID, but they kind
Yeah.
of gave us all the cities. They gave us 8 of their cities for work. So even,
Hmm.
with after the first project, they were happy with the result, and I think it wasn't because we were doing a very good thing or we were being environmentally conscious. It was good quality service. So we were
Yeah.
ensuring that the event was not just at the end of it, we would take everything. We were ensuring that the event was clean through and through.
Hmm.
That there was no garbage. It looked neat. Segregation was happening right there. They were getting a data report at the end of it. And it made up for a quality service. And
Hmm.
so they didn't mind paying for it. And eventually, the second year of the company, we did double the turnover, and
Hmm.
all of this bootstrapped. Like,
Hmm.
not a single penny from outside. I think um, the only time I took money was from my father for registering the company, because I had
Yeah.
literally no money. And I'm very
Of course.
privileged that way is that my dad kind of supported me to live, like have a lifestyle to kind of do this. And I can't tell you how much I'm kind of thankful to my friends who time and again have loaned me money, which they've gotten back like in a week or so, because
Hmm.
payments come really late. Payments are always a
Yeah.
headache, so that's like a
Hmm.
thing. But yeah, so यही सवाल था ना तुम्हारा, ज्यादा आगे चली गई मैं.
हाँ नहीं सही है. ठीक है. तो मैं you said something about how your father was supportive and you're very lucky in that way. But that's just your father. I mean, the rest
Yeah.
of your family, extended family, and people in society in general around शर्मा जी की लड़की को वो कैसे देखते थे मतलब is my question. How did you manage that whole circle of expectation?
Um, so yeah, family wise, I'm super lucky. Like I'm almost 30 now, and there's
Hmm.
no pressure of, getting married or, तुम अभी भी पूरा टाइम घूम रही हो एक जगह बैठ क्यों नहीं रही हो, that kind of a
Hmm.
thing. You still don't have any money. My dad still,
Yeah.
like, this COVID time, he went like, don't worry, I'm here. He retired last year, and he's still like, and he's not like a super rich guy, so I'm very happy that way, is that, he's there, and my
Hmm.
mom's there. She even in fact came to one of my events, and she's like, I will also do it, and she was also picking up garbage with me, and I think, that's pretty cool. But
Hmm.
Sharma ji ki ladki is such a pain, dude, because
Hmm.
with Sharma ji comes the caste connotations.
Hmm.
And initially, it was my own workers. If they would hear my name,
Hmm.
complete name, they would start behaving in a way where they're like, this is not your work. And it wasn't just about, there were two things that were happening. Obviously, the low caste communities are pushed into this work. They are made to think
Absolutely.
that this is what you need to do. And the other thing is that some of them have accepted it, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
They come and tell you that, you don't have to. And I remember one day I had to literally fight with this worker of mine and tell him, अरे यार काम होता है करके. So I can't give a whole fucking lecture at that point, right? Like, it's a very at that point I didn't know how to deal with it, but then
Hmm.
I just realized that ये तो करना ही पड़ेगा अब जैसे भी है. So there was a lot of this happening. Like, I remember one time,
Hmm.
this agent of mine who was bringing me some workers, he said, यार ये लोग ऐसे ही होते हैं. And
Okay.
जो मुझे गुस्सा चढ़ा है उस time, I was just like, dude, you can't come and work here. This is not.
Hmm. Hmm.
So this caste was one of the things that I always knew that, there's a privilege to being an upper
Hmm.
caste person, and going and working in waste was a revelation. Second, being a woman, there
Hmm.
are very limited, I feel, at that point. अब तो बहुत है, but
Hmm.
पहले ये जरूर होता था. It was a male-dominated industry. You would
Hmm.
have men workers, men supervisors. You would have people like, if I'm going and working and I'm leading the team, there would be a man doing it. And so when I started off, I used to have a lot of problems trying to find women to work with.
Hmm.
Safety issues, they would not be given the same wage as the men.
Hmm. Hmm.
They obviously उनको preference ही नहीं मिलता था. So हमने एक
Hmm.
रूल बनाया कि हमारी जो भी workers आएंगे 50% would be women and 50% would be men. And we tried it most of the time. But I remember this one case where we were working in Lonavala in 2017 itself, the end of the year, and I had 30 men with me. And they had like a tempo traveler that they were coming in. There were three men with me. One of my, colleagues, Julian, was with me. And you just realize, okay, you're the only woman. You need to make sure you're safe. So I just would sleep in the car, lock myself in the car and sleep, and get through with it. क्योंकि रात को भी दिन रात का event है. We are traveling 100 kilometers to do it. So that kind
Hmm.
of a thing. शर्मा जी की
Hmm.
लड़की had to.
Yeah. Sorry if I pressed a button there. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trigger.
Uh, yeah. I got that like halfway into your answer, and I was like, I was just trying to make a joke. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Cool. So,
Cool, cool.
like the people that you work with, of course, let's say you move to a like to a Bangalore or to a Lonavala, obviously where you don't have an existing network, you obviously work through agents and pick up people to work with you in this endeavor. But when you're in Delhi, do you have like ongoing relationships with people who work with you for like NCR events and stuff like that? Or is it all taken care of by third parties?
No, we do have. We've built, in fact, by this year, we have totally total count is about 20 cities that we worked in. So we've created a network across the 20 cities. Obviously, some cities like the major cities, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Jaipur, Chandigarh. These are the cities that we have a hold. Even Kolkata now, we have like specific trusted agencies that we work with. We don't have full-time employees. We wouldn't be able to survive as a bootstrap company if we had full-time employees. We were
No,
like
I mean, but
the
sorry, I know, of course, you can't have workers full time when you're picking up on a project basis. But
yeah.
within Delhi, are there people who you've met over a course of time? Ki 2017, maybe you had them at an event, and later as
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. So the good thing about that is that relationship has become very effortless. Like
Okay.
every other city, you have to go and explain this entire thing, or anybody who's supervising the event, any of our team members who have to go and supervise, they have to like literally put in some work into training the person. Because when you see waste management, people automatically know plastic अलग करना है, कांच अलग करना है, पेपर अलग करना है, क्योंकि इससे पैसा मिलता है. But that's not our model because we don't sell the waste. And
Yeah,
the reason we don't sell the waste is also because we didn't want to kind of depend on the money coming from selling waste.
of
So
course.
rather than that, partnering with recycling agencies directly was the aim, so that it goes to the right place.
Got
So segregation of food, for example, food में भी होता था कि they would just leave these tiny sachets. And I would be like, yaar, ye food also, in different cities, if there's no composting plant, then we find sheds where animals can eat food, or, biogas plants, for example. And that can't have even a little plastic. So that kind of a thing. But then Delhi, I think Delhi, Mumbai, and this time Hyderabad, no, Kolkata was very surprising. No effort at all. I just came and swoosh. They would come in like swoosh. We'll do it. We know what to do. And one of the women I remember in Delhi would say, "हमें पता है." It's like okay,
Yeah, okay.
cool. Very
Nice.
happy. Yeah. And they also like the fact that ये उनको भी ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ यहाँ कुछ काम हो रहा है. I remember this one event where somebody who wanted to kind of check out our event, you know, sort of a competitor. And I wish they'd come and spoken to me, but they didn't. So they just went directly to my
They never.
agency. Yeah, quietly they went to my agency and they're asking them. And the agency guy is like going and telling them, we are doing this, we're segregating that. And in this bag, you will find, biodegradable material. In this bag, you will find compostable material. She's like, oh, you know the difference. He's like, हाँ, मैडम ने समझाया था. So, we've created a relationship where we're like, भाव ये कैसे करना है, वैसे करना है. So, it's been nice. अब वो थोड़ा सा कोविड की वजह से एक गैप हो गया है. Let's see
Events in
when we
your.
pick it up. Yeah. But ठीक है, I mean, eventually we have other projects as well that we've been trying to get them off the ground, which are more permanent in nature, than temporary. So let's see.
Uh,
इस साल कुछ हो जाए.
any one of these you want to talk up a little bit right now? Like anything you can share with us?
So one of the few projects that we're trying to take up are waste segregation in offices. So for example, you go to a massive corporation and they've got these 10-story buildings. They've got everything in place. They've got housekeeping in place. They have proper dustbins in place. But segregation वहाँ भी नहीं होता. They've in fact even got organic waste plant, composting plants within their offices now, some of them, and still segregation isn't really happening. So I continuously pitching to them that let's have some trained people come and do some segregation for a bit. And they also get a living out of it. They can earn a livelihood. And also, we can create like a pattern for your building. And then you can choose to continue. After we leave, you can also choose to continue your own way, things like that. So, yeah. And also, there are a few things like sustainable towns and villages that we're just hoping to kind of start working, especially tourist villages.
Sounds like, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
like how are you plan? Like it's an entire ecosystem, a zero waste ecosystem within the whole village.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
nice. And
So, for
just
example,
as
yeah, yeah, please
what?
tell me what you say.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
There's an experiment that I do. Uh, I go to holidays like a normal tourist, not
Hmm,
as an environmentalist, not as a zero waste practitioner, nothing. Because
hmm,
the part of the holiday is to experience it like everybody else and kind of understand when somebody goes for a holiday as a tourist,
hmm.
what do they like and what do they not like. So I remember
Right.
I went to Tosh just before lockdown started. And I did this in Goa also once. And I ate chips. I ate Maggie. I ate everything that was wrapped in plastics. PET bottles, God knows all of that. It's really frowned upon, but I don't care because it gives me a perspective. And I realized that when a person goes as a tourist, even if it's a person who's environmentally conscious, let alone like the majority of the population that doesn't care, will kind of slack, right? If
Hmm,
they have bana banaya stuff in front
hmm,
of them, right? They don't have a kitchen to go to and cook. So I was speaking to a few restaurants there and kind of trying to figure out if they can start procuring fresh material from bakeries that are in the village itself instead of going and
hmm.
buying. So, for example, chips can be made in a bakery as well, and they can be packaged in like massive bulk containers, and they can be given out in newspaper bags because वो उसी टाइम खा लेते हैं कोई कहीं जाके खाता नहीं है उसी टाइम everybody is eating there and throwing there. So kind of small things like that, which I wanted to kind of do in Tosh this year. But देखो अभी लॉकडाउन वगैरह खुलता है if Himachal gives me an opportunity and I don't have any other project, I might as well go and like figure that out. कुछ तो कर सकते
Hmm,
हैं
hmm.
like little bit.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So number one, making an event sustainable. Does that makes the event more expensive? Myth or reality?
It's a myth.
It's myth.
Because
Okay.
I'll tell you why it's a myth. Because we don't, when we think sustainability, we think about niche products. We don't think about the products that are upcycled. When we don't think about products that are very basic and about things that you don't have to do at all. So
Hmm,
some, for example, some practices are not required.
okay.
कैसे समझाऊं? I did one conference in Hype last
Hmm,
year, last year, and the we specifically told them to get cloth for napkins, and they went and they got these synthetic ones in Hyatt. They're like
okay.
that's for dinner and that's for lunch, but for the in the middle of the snack time, we're keeping these synthetic ones, and they're like the combination of polyester and cloth, and it's all recyclable or
Okay.
compostable. So I said I don't want it here, just take it. And
Hmm,
because I had the whole control in my own hands, I was able to take that call and I told them to take it away. Not one person in the entire conference asked for a napkin. They simply went and
hmm,
washed their hands. So हमें लगता है कई चीजें बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी हैं, but वो कई बार नहीं होती हैं.
right.
Um, and it really depends on the client, man. उनको aesthetics कैसे चाहिए?
Hmm,
एक पेन और पेपर से भी काम चल जाता है. If they want some aesthetical value, then I remember event management companies going in jute. They want to pitch jute for everything, and jute is like a you're like jute का आप resource ले रहे हो. It's not upcycled. So
hmm,
I remember हमारे lanyards बने थे, and those lanyards were basically laundry bag का जो नाड़ा होता है
hmm,
उसका
hmm,
lanyard बना था. And the
hmm.
tag itself was made out of old rice के जो sacks होते हैं ना white color के.
Wow. Okay.
So we
Hmm,
made that, and they look so pretty that they kind of they could become photo frames also.
hmm,
So
hmm,
one has to look and understand what the resources are available,
hmm,
and that's why we believe कि local seasonal कम्युनिटी वर्क जो कर रहे हैं उनसे रिसोर्सेज लो तो सस्ता भी पड़ता है. इट बेनिफिट्स द कम्युनिटी डायरेक्टली, यू नो.
Locally.
एंड यस, जो आजकल हम बात कर रहे हैं मेक इन इंडिया कर रहे हैं फॉर वट एवर पर्पज. अब तो वो कुछ पर्पस ही कुछ और हो गया उसका. बट आई ऑलवेज टॉक्ड अबाउट इट एज अ सस्टेनेबल source of running the economy and also kind of ensuring that the environmental damage was controlled. So it is a myth. However, we do end up spending more money on it because the market is still very small. So automatically the prices are high. But जितना innovations बढ़ेंगे, prices तो कम हो ही जाएंगे.
Now, Tamanna, your business is separate. Your personal practice must have come first, right? Ki pehle, like there's some things that all of us as human beings can do to not make sure the environment doesn't keep getting harmed at the rate at which it is. So, can you just tell us a few things that me or anyone else who may be listening in can do in their day-to-day lives to sort of reduce the impact that they have in terms of their waste?
थोड़ा इसमें let me just elaborate like how my whole journey has been. And you'll be quite surprised as to how I'm not very environmentally conscious these days. I'll tell you why. I am, but not to the level that I was. So that at one point, this is before starting the company, couple of years before starting the company, I think 2014, where I was a full-time zero waste practitioner, like not using anything that was wasteful, making sure whatever I used was recyclable and compostable. I was composting at home. I was traveling with my dabba, with my bottle, with my steel straw. I was drinking coconut without a straw. You know, all of those things. I still do most of those things. But after a point, it kind of got to me. Because you're trying to be circular in a linear economy. मतलब at that point मैं भी अपना कचरा जार में डाल सकती थी, you know, but there's this whole thing which some of the people do very successfully. They put their entire garbage in a jar, and I could also do that, but it really got to me because one, मैं personally कर पा रही थी, but मैं उसे replicate नहीं कर पा रही थी काम में. कि मैं यहाँ तो कर पा रही हूँ, but when I'm going to work, it's not really working. Because my whole lifestyle has become very me, how I as an individual will do it, and it is not creating any impact. So you won't believe, for a year and a half, I actually quit everything. I was just like, I'm done with environment, I'm done with waste management, humanity doesn't deserve shit. All of those feelings. I just tweeted that as well today also. But, but you know, I got stressed, and that kind of, it was a good thing. Because I stopped practicing zero waste. I became like, you know, fuck this. And I realized that period kind of was defining for me to understand, okay, these are the things which are easily doable even you're in a linear economy, like composting, you know. Very simple, घर पे कर सकते हैं. In fact, Earthling First से we keep posting a lot of short videos where a friend of mine, Chaitali, she keeps making these short videos, and we made one where she's a lazy composter. That's what she calls herself. She lets the nature does its own job. It's so easy to do, man. And so these are the things you can easily do.
Can you elaborate a little bit? Sorry, I don't know how to do that.
कुछ नहीं करना है. आसानी से ये कि एक गमला लो, उसमें थोड़ा मिट्टी भरो, ठीक है? Just keep some dry leaves, because they are like, you need carbon and nitrogen, basically that mixture, okay? And you put your peels, veg peels, चाय की पत्ती, अंडे के छिलके, जो भी आपका सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट में बना है, put that in, you know, the bin, put some leaves on it. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. You just repeat that, and sometimes you can just move it around. Within a month, you know, in a pot, you will be able to get compost.
Okay. Wow.
So, just put couple of pots. And कुछ नहीं है यार, अगर बहुत बड़ा जैसे वाटरमेलन है, तो what
Hmm.
I do is I put watermelon in the sun. वो खुद ही
Hmm.
shrivel हो जाता है.
Hmm.
And when it shrivels down, it becomes very small and then
Hmm.
just disintegrates very easily.
Okay,
So
so that's when you
composting
throw
तो,
it in the,
हाँ,
that's when you throw it in the compost pit after it shrivels down
yeah,
into a
so
small.
that, और I even blend sometimes, like if I have to. अभी मैं खुद नहीं कर पा रही हूँ यार, मेरा ना प्रॉब्लम ये है कि I've been traveling full time. So when
Hmm.
the lockdown started, I came to Delhi. I ended up staying at a friend's place for a few weeks. Then I've come to stay with my sister. I even
Hmm.
managed to foster a dog while doing all of
Wow.
that and not having a house. So composting तो भूल जाओ, वो तो अब धीरे धीरे शुरू हो गया. I might be going back home, so let's see. फिर से वहीं शुरू करेंगे. But these are easily doable. And the other
Hmm.
things is your consumption. If you're for my health also I realized कि थोड़ा chips वगैरह कम कर देते हैं and
Hmm.
let's just cook food. Automatically your consumption of packaged stuff comes
Hmm.
down. Subscription models are amazing these days. I know somebody who runs a vegan milk, um, manufacturing plant and
Is
everything,
that
and
like
he,
soy milk and almond milk? Like that
yeah,
stuff?
soy and almond is fine, but I didn't like oats.
Oats milk? What?
So oats also, they use oats also to make milk.
Okay, okay. Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Some of the
Yeah.
products are very nice. Takes some getting used to. मिल्क तो हटा ही
हाँ,
देना चाहिए यार, बहुत गैस होती है उससे.
अच्छा. सही है मुझे a lot of health questions are being answered right now as well. So,
Yeah,
Tamanna, just close every one of these conversations. We asked
yeah,
our interviewee. Number one, if anyone, first of all, this is one thing that happens without the consent of the interviewee. But we only invite people who are cool, so it usually doesn't lead to them getting angry at me. If anyone has any questions about careers and how to, even on a day-to-day basis as an individual, if you don't want to do that for a living, but just want to be a slightly more contributing member of society, how to do that and how to manage your waste. If you have any questions, please follow iDream0 on Instagram and Think First. And also the videos that they keep putting out that she told you about, you can find them there. And if you can't, if you're shy and can't reach out to her directly, you can send me the questions. I will forward them to her. She will give me the answer and I will give it to you. And we'll be
yeah.
happy to make that communication happen. Lovely. Now,
Sure.
the last thing that we ask people to do is to sort of, if they could boil down into 6 to 7 lines, what someone who is looking to do something similar to what you have done in your life, like minimizing waste, working with clients, and all that. Although I know you are giving advice to your own future competition here, but if you were to give that advice, yeah, if you could just give that a go, please.
Okay, very quickly. Don't worry about degrees. Don't worry about being perfect. There's
Hmm.
there's nothing more important than interest. If you have even slight bit of interest in the environmental field, no matter which career you're in right now, you could be a photographer, you could be a dental hygienist, you could be a debater, you could be, a politician, a doctor, an engineer. There is always a requirement of sustainable measures in your offices, in your homes, in fact, even in your work. So doctors need to figure out how to manage their biomedical waste. Engineers need to figure out how to make housing complexes that are minimal, construction material, more light, more, insulation. Um, Even photographers today really need all these people to figure out doing documentaries which are interesting and nice. Comedians, man, comedians need to come and do environmental jokes. And I wanted to kind of start off as an environmental comedian, but my jokes
Wow.
don't land,
So
man.
you have to tell us an environmental joke. It
No,
can be
but I
really,
don't have
really terrible. Yeah.
I don't have any jokes. No, that's what I just have tragic life incidents. And
Okay.
like For example, there was this comedian on this show on Prime, and he spoke about green crackers. And he's like, green cracker ऐसा नाम रखा है कि फूटेगा तो पौधा उग जाएगा. So,
अच्छा.
some, so these
This is
comedians,
comics,
yeah. Really good, and we need more people everywhere. I know a musician who's just written a song, and she's releasing the song, and she's inviting donations because the song is about environment. So she has tagged a few. She asked me that if I could, tell me a few organizations that are looking for donations in the environmental field, and I was like, amazing, right? So यहाँ चाहिए यार, सब सारे careers में environment का बहुत बड़ा scope है. So वो तो मतलब उसका तो है ही नहीं कोई. आप environmentalist career आप कैसे भी बना सकते हो.
बिल्कुल. और अगर आपका अपना बिजनेस है, अपना ब्रांड है, और अगर आपको खुद घंटा एनवायरनमेंट का कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, पर आपको अपने ब्रांड को थोड़ा न्यू एज और रिस्पॉन्सिबल दिखाना है, तो भी प्लीज अर्थिंग फर्स्ट और तमन्ना शर्मा को कांटेक्ट करें. एंड
पर हम
विद
ग्रीन
दैट,
वॉशिंग में हेल्प नहीं करते.
ये क्या होता है? सॉरी.
ग्रीन वॉशिंग वो तरीका होता है कि आप कुछ नहीं कर रहे हो पर आप दिखा रहे हो कि आप ग्रीन हो.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा,
हाँ,
सही है. अगर
उनको
कोई
हम
10
बोलते हैं
करोड़
थैंक यू
रुपए,
वेरी मच.
वेरी सही है.
यार मैंने
जो
पैसा मना किया हुआ है, मैं बहुत बेवकूफ हूँ.
हाँ, सही है.
ले
आई
लेना
रिलेट
चाहिए
सो मच टू यू, मैन. आई रिलेट सो मच टू यू. नाइस.
था.
All right, thanks, Tamanna. I'm pretty sure a
Thank
lot of
you.
people are going to be very thankful for a lot of the insight you had to share. Patching you out right now. Talk to you soon, man.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
If you enjoyed that conversation, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back right here on this channel next Saturday at 6 p.m.
एक बात बताएं कि आपकी औकात क्या है, यानी कि आप हैं क्या चीज.